G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video, I just wanted to have a quick look at both of the Part 1 banners that we're going to be getting. So after the Dokkan Now today, or whatever, producer letter, whatever it ended up getting called, we got the information that all of the anniversary banners for us are going to have steps. So it's going to be 7 steps where you get discounted multis, you still get your free multi, but importantly, and this is huge, on step 7 we are going to be getting a guaranteed featured, so that may certainly play into sort of which banner you are thinking to summon on, because when you compare the Carnival to the Dokkan Fest banners, yeah, the featured units are actually crazily out of whack. So first we're going to look at the Broly banner here. As you can see, we've got the 2 new units, so we've got the AGL Broly and the Int Freezer. Freezer's really, really good. He's got damage reduction. He is a Super Boss's support class unit, so he's definitely going to be one of those go-to running units on that Super Boss's team, especially when we get those missions. And then we've got the Tech Zamasu, who again, Super Bosses is one of the go-to units there. Physical Z Duo, they have dropped off quite a lot. Their standby animation is still super good, but outside of that, their stacking is just a little bit too slow. But they're still good for things like Battlefield and whatnot. So not the worst pull. We've got the SDR Cooler, just has aged out, unfortunately. Snagging extra dupes for him to potentially fix up his hidden potential system later on could be useful, but he's probably not one that you're really after the pull there. We got the Tech Gods, again, aged out at this point, but come 10th anniversary they will be in line to get their Easy A, and given the sort of baseline that we already have with them, I'm expecting that their Easy A will be generational. They could be absolutely insane. So again, much like Cooler, could be worth stashing away a few copies of them if you wanted to fix up your hidden potential for their Easy A when that does drop. Up next, we have both of the 5th anniversary LRs, who I still think are extremely useful. Now, they're not going to be your main rotation pieces or the first units that you pick to run on a team, but given their ability to perform 100 million attacks and dodge in slot 3, they are such an easy unit just to slap on a team to finish out a team. So if you pick up a copy of either of them, you haven't got them, or you haven't got them rainbowed, they're going to be extremely useful for a lot of difficult content. So I actually count them as pretty good pulls, unless you're like me and you've got their TUR rainbowed and linked level 10 for some reason. Then we've got the physical Blue Goku and Vegeta here. They obviously go into Evolution and Blue Kaioken. They get their Easy A in, I think it might be part 2 of the celebration, and they are, again, phenomenal Easy A. They become a rainbow orb changer. They've got a great link set. They can perform 6 million different supers. They lower attack on super attack effects, so that does sort of come into play during a lot of the 9th anniversary difficult content. So pulling copies of them, some people may have them like low dupes. I think myself, I only have them at 69%. So getting copies of them, you can sort of, now that we know their Easy A details, you can build their potential correctly, I guess is how we'll put it. So yeah, pulling copies of them is going to be really handy, especially considering 90% of what we get in the anniversary is superheroes, and an orb changer on that team is crazy. So we've also got the physical Broly. He's like the dud of the I guess at the banner, because we've already got his Easy A. It's not too impressive, and it's also not overly useful. Like, there's not a great deal of content where you're going to be throwing out physical Broly unless you're using him in something like our World Tournament. So if you get him as your featured, you're probably pretty devastated. But as you can see here, we are a 10 featured unit banner here. But the thing with this is 10 featured with 9 of those being LRs, which is pretty insane. So pretty good value here on the AGL Broly banner, and remember, Broly's got that new 200% there, which is really nice. So then the other banner we have is the Carnival banner. So this is the physical Gogeta. Yeah, we'll go through his banner, but no banner unit here as you can see, we do have a number of LRs featured. So we've got the new physical Gogeta, who's obviously awesome. We've got the physical Super Saiyan Trunks, a unit that phased out pretty quickly, really. He's like Cooler, but the RNG is to get his damage reduction. If you don't have his damage reduction, he is, yeah, not great. We've got the Kid Gohan, who's also not great. Physical Cooler, who's not great. We've got the physical Broly, who goes into the Broly trio. Should get their easy A in part 1 if we're copying the JP side of the game, and they become like a must run on the Super Bosses team. If you've got a few orb changes in there, which we can certainly facilitate, like given that we've got someone like physical Goku Black, you slap him in slot 1, you get them to 7 orbs, guaranteed dodge, untouchable. It is such a good strategy to sort of play the Super Bosses team. So if you got a copy of him, you'd definitely be pretty happy with that. We've got the STR UI Goku, so a unit that just got their easy A. I'm sure a lot of you guys are sort of spending time playing around with him at the moment. Really, really good easy A, and he's going to help in a lot of difficult content throughout the anniversary. And now that we've got his easy A, I guess you can utilize these dupes to, again, fix up any hidden potential system mistakes that you may have. So putting copies of him wouldn't be the worst. We've got the Interless movie Goku, who is a stinker. Unfortunately, he's not very good. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with his release, but his animations are pretty cool at the very least. We've got the STR, what's his name, Bardock and Gine. So they're a support class unit. They get their easy A in part 1, and the same with the Int, Broly, and Paragus up next. From memory, if we click on this one here, I don't remember them being too insane. They get the allies for 2 turns, which is pretty handy. It's always nice when you get the 2-turn buff. And then their support is in here. Gino's encouragement with their actives. So no actual support in their kit, but yeah, they get it from their super attack and the active skill. So they're alright. And then Broly and Paragus, they are a damage reduction support. If we could, I should have got this up beforehand, but anyway, as we go here, you can see that they are a Pure Saiyans or Joined Forces 3 key 50% attack and defense, which is pretty huge in terms of Pure Saiyan being a crazy big, and obviously all the best units are on the category. The issue is that we have 2 teams, Pure Saiyans and Joined Forces, so makes it a little tough for them. I know I've got them Rainbow Link level 10 ready to go. I actually am looking forward to their easy A quite a bit. So as you can see here, we've got the 3, 6, 9 and 10. So it is again a 10 featured banner. And just by looking at these 2 screens here, it should be pretty easy to see which of these is the better banner to summon on. If you're getting a featured unit in Step 7, maybe on this one you get Texamasu, and on this one, maybe you end up with AGL Krillin, who is an absolute stinker. So I think ideally what I would recommend doing is definitely starting on the AGL Broly banner. If you get Broly early on, maybe you want to throw some stones at the physical Gogeta, but I think he should definitely be your target. Given how helpful he's going to be for the and you can also grind his super attack, but for super bosses missions, he's one of the best leaders. Well, he's, I'd say, a better leader than physical Rose. You can get this Broly out and he's just absolutely insane. But yeah, summon for Broly first. Then if you've got a few spare stones, go for Gogeta, but otherwise I'd be saving them up for the part 2 with Beast Gohan. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know who you're keen to summon for down below and which banner you think is better. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.